Okay, so this is a 5-minute opening candle Fibonacci retracement strategy. This strategy was picked up by a fellow trader. It was passed on to me, and I'm passing it on to whoever wants to play it. This is for NASDAQ futures. You can actually use this as a proxy to play SPY, right? Let me slow this down. I'm going to pause it right here. So you can play it as a proxy for SPY. You can play this. There's a lot of ways you can use this strategy. Don't necessarily have to use it for trading. I got the U.S. government required disclaimer: futures and options trading has large potential rewards, but also large potential risk. You must be aware of the risk and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the futures and options market. Don't trade with money you can't afford to lose. This website is neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy and sell futures or options. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed on the website. The past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. CFTC Rule 4.41, hypothetical or simulated performance results, which this one here is a simulated result, have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have been under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they are designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Okay, I got that out of the way. Thank you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll speed this up. We'll get the first 5-minute NASDAQ candle from August 29th of 2022. Today is August 30th. I noticed that this pattern played out yesterday, and I thought I would share it with you guys and kind of explain the process of how to play it. I did not play it yesterday. I wasn't even looking for it, so I was a little pleasantly surprised and saw it. Okay, so we got our opening. We're open now. The market is, we're time 9:31. We're getting a green candle. I'll stop it at time 9:35 and show you the strategy. Okay, I'll kick this up to about 10. There we go, 10 times. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's our first candle, 5-minute candle. So here's what I've used. I've used a Fibonacci retracements. Since this is a green opening candle, I'm going to go from the bottom to the top. Okay, and probably we'll use snap to bar and price. There you go. Make sure I get it correct. Take that back off. Okay, so ahead of time I have on my Fibonacci retracements, I can edit the levels, and I will even get rid of the 23.6, remove. I will leave that. I'll leave that. Okay. O minus. So here we go. Get rid of that. That's what I was looking for. And say okay. So this is my 5-minute opening candle. Okay. So might be a little easier to see now. Okay. So as we play, what I'm looking for is, once I've established my 5-minute opening candle, put my Fibonacci retracements on, I'm going to look for a move from price up to 38.2. Okay. Now, when it gets up there, I'm going to take it short. And my game plan, or my hopes, is, and every time I take this trade, is that we then come down from here to the 50%. Doesn't always get there. Sometimes we stop at 38.2 and bounce. Sometimes we just keep on going. Sometimes instead of stopping at the 38.2, we keep on going. So all the things you need to be aware of. So it's not a gimme that it's going to stop there every time. Okay, so I'm going to play this. Play that out. Okay, in the meantime, I need to get an order ready, so I'm going to do a sell stop.
Order submitted.
Put that right there, and I'm going to bring this up there. So whenever we get up there, I'm going to drop this at 38.2, roughly, close enough, and try to get into the trade. Okay, it might not be on this candle, it might be on the next candle. So all the things you need to kind of be ready for. There's a lot of trickery that goes on. As you can see, this candle here's almost made it up there. Now it's turning red. So many people will think, oh, I missed the trade, I got to get in it. I say, no, wait for the 38.2 to be hit. Okay, so right now, this candle's about done. And we got our next candle. So again, I'm waiting, I'm being patient. It's like, oh, nice move, okay. Let's go a little bit more. It needs to hit it. So there you go. So I'm in it. Okay, I need to move this guy out of the way and put him down at 50% and move this guy out of the way, and I'm going to put him at about, oh, I got to watch that. So I'm going to put him right around 10 and leave him there. I want to make sure that he doesn't have any auto trails or auto break even. Okay, those just triggered. So now I'm going to wait. I got to be patient. Okay, so there's the move. I mean, there's something we could come back up and just keep on going. So I've got a 8-point stop, which is $160. So $160 to potentially make, if I get my ruler and say from here to here, is 77 points. So 77 times 20 is $1,540, right? Okay. So that's my goal. So I'm going to bet $160 to make roughly $1,500, $1,400. Okay. So now I just got to be patient. I'll speed this up a little bit so we don't have to wait. But you can see the trickery that happens. And if I was to bring my stop down, you know, you got to be careful. So normally I play 3 contracts. So I'll take one and put it at the 38.2, and I'll place the second one at the 50%, and then I have a trailer. So I would then take my trailer and bring it down as the candles go down. Now this isn't a particularly very big opening range candle. I mean, typically they're 100 pointers. So not typically, but you can get a 100 pointer, right? So this one's only 70, or roughly. A little more than that. So this one's 80, this is 90. Okay, so all I'm going to do is be patient, wait it out. This is a lot longer because now we're on roughly 5 minutes, 10 minutes on this trade, even though it's half the time on the video. Okay, so my goal is just to wait it out. So we've already completed that one, and now we're trying to get to here. Now if I had 3 contracts, I would be taking out, if we get there to the 38.2, the 50% with my runner, and my runner I hope it would come all the way down. But it's all about, for me, it's all about risk reward. What am I willing to risk? In this case, $160 to make $1,400, let's say, $1,540. We'll see what we end up with. Okay, I can speed it up a little bit more. Anyway, this trade works probably 65-70% of the time. It's pretty crazy when it does work, right? I mean, it can come through and just barrel on through. So that's why keep your stops tight. You know, a 7 point, 8 point, 10 point. You know, every 10 points is $200 with one contract. You're playing multiples, it'll add up. So, you know, you could go to break even now. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to put a pause here. So there you go, $1,500. Guess the in and out fees. And a pretty good trade, right? And really it took you, let's say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 minutes, and you got $1,500 with one contract. If you had 3 contracts, you would have close to $4,500. 2 contracts, you'd have 3,000, right? So it definitely is a pretty decent system. Just remember, if you have 2 or 3 contracts, you're going to have 2 or 3 times the loss. So my $160 would turn into $320 or $480. So typically that I'm good with $480 on a stop to potentially make $4,500. Yeah, no brainer. I'll take that risk every day. Okay, but that's me. Your risk may vary. Okay, so if this was a red candle, it would be just the opposite. We would play down to the 138.2 line. My stop would probably be closer to that 150. And then, which in this case is about 423 or 433. It's about 11 points. And then, again, the goal would be to get to the 50% on the way back up. So you would take it from here to here, essentially, and that would be your target. If it was a red candle, the same size. Okay, hopefully this makes sense. Hopefully this explains it a little better. And stops, never play without them.